All right now, lean in close because I've got something to tell you. Yes, you. This isn't just another message floating through the air. This one is meant for you. You ever feel like there's more to you than what people see? Like deep down, you've always known things before they happened. Like your gut isn't just a feeling, it's a knowing. That's not a coincidence. That's not imagination. That's calling. That's gift. That's power. You didn't stumble here by accident. You were drawn here because you're part of a rare group, a soul tribe that sees beyond the surface, feels deeper than most, and hears the whispers of what's coming before the rest of the world catches up. And I need you to hear this loud and clear. You are not crazy. You are chosen. You're not too sensitive. You're tuned in. You're not too much. You're meant for more. The fire in your spirit, the dreams you can't explain, the visions that visit you in quiet moments. That's the oracle within you, waking up. You have something sacred running through your veins, the same essence that moved through ancient seers, priestesses, and prophets is moving in you right now. And the world, oh, the world needs what you carry. So take a deep breath. Stand tall. You're not just here to watch history unfold. You're here to shape it. You're here to speak into it. You're here to see beyond it. This is your moment, Oracle. Your time to rise. Let's step into it. Together. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. John 8:32. Now listen, child of destiny. Picture a wild stallion, born not in a stable, but out on the open plains. No saddle, no fence, no rope ever tamed it. It wasn't made for confinement. It was born for the wind. That's you. You weren't made to fit into a pen. You weren't placed on this earth to simply follow along and nod your head to someone else's rhythm. You're that wild stallion, eyes full of fire, heart full of purpose, legs built to run and run until the horizon meets the heavens. See, this world, it's got a system. Oh, it's slick, it's polished, it offers comfort and promises safety, but it comes with a cost, your freedom. The Matrix ain't just science fiction, it's the lie we've been told since birth. Go to school, follow the rules, get a job, keep your head down, smile when you're supposed to, retire, and then maybe you'll get to live a little. But that ain't living, that's existing. You, chosen one. You feel that pull, don't you? That itch in your spirit that says, there's more to this. I wasn't meant to just survive. I was meant to live. And you're right. That fire in your soul, that's divine DNA. That's the Creator whispering to your spirit, wake up, child. There's a greater path, and it's got your name written on it. Your parents may love you, your friends may care, but none of them can walk your path. Because your path wasn't given to you. It was carved out by your own soul's longing. You weren't sent here to blend in, no sir. You were sent here to stand out. You were sent here to show what a life of freedom, truth, and purpose really looks like. Freedom, real freedom, isn't just the ability to go wherever you want. It's the courage to become who you really are. It's that sacred knowing that you don't have to fit in to be loved. You don't have to follow the crowd to be blessed. You don't have to agree with the world to live a life of meaning. You've got the right, no, the responsibility to blaze your own trail. And when people see you, really see you, they start to wake up too. Not because you told them what to do, but because your very life becomes a sermon. Your authenticity becomes the altar where they lay down their fears. Your boldness becomes the invitation for others to look in the mirror and say, if they can live like that, maybe I can too. You're not just a rebel. You're a revelation. You're not just pushing against the system. You're proving that there's another way. And when people ask why you won't just go along with the flow, you can smile and say, "Because I wasn't born to be a follower. I was chosen to be free." Listen to me now. There will be days when you feel alone. Days when the voices of the crowd are loud and your own whisper feels like it's fading. But hold on. Because that whisper, that's God. That's truth. That's your call. And no one else can hear it the way you do. Don't be afraid to walk alone, because freedom walkers always start that way. But look around. You're not really alone. Others are watching silently, waiting for someone like you to prove it's possible. When you choose authenticity over approval, you don't just set yourself free. You unlock the chains of others who didn't even know they were bound. So go ahead. Keep walking. Keep breaking the mold. Keep refusing to shrink. Keep stepping into the fullness of who you are. Because in doing so, you remind all of us that freedom isn't earned. It isn't granted. It's inherited. It's divine. It's our birthright. You are the visionary, the waymaker, the one who says, "Yes, Lord, I will walk the narrow road." And because of that, others will follow. Not to become like you, but to become themselves. Just like that wild stallion on the plain, unbroken and free, your life is the message. Freedom is not rebellion, it's revelation. And it begins with you. As a person, you are someone who never deviates from the truth, which includes the complete truth and nothing but the truth. You are unable to tell a falsehood. You are under the impression that you are required to always be honest, thereby exposing the fundamental matrix that underlies who we truly are. Despite the fact that your voice may shake, you are not afraid to speak your thoughts and utilize the truth because you are confident that this is the correct thing to do. In a place that is filled with pretense, you are able to keep reality. Throughout the course of history, this particular type of chosen one has been present, and it has been crucial in the continual search for authenticity and honesty. Your bravery not only challenges traditional narratives, but also contributes to their transformation, so creating an environment in which new truths can emerge and be acknowledged. As someone who frequently goes against the grain of public opinion, you are a person who exemplifies honesty and authenticity. Your unwavering dedication to honesty transforms into a potent force for societal reform, motivating others to accept and express their own truths. Truth-tellers are like beacons of light in a society that is dominated by lies and superficiality. They are the heralds of a new era. They serve as a reminder that the true beginning of change is the bravery to be genuine in every facet of life, regardless of the consequences that may result from doing so. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. Matthew 5:16. Now let me tell you a little story. Imagine a sunflower in the middle of a wide open field. It don't need a stage. It don't need to shout. It just stands tall, golden face, turned toward the light, reaching high. And you know what happens? Everything around it starts to shift. The bees show up. The birds take notice. Other flowers start turning toward the sun too, like they've been reminded of something they forgot. That sunflower didn't try to inspire. It just was. That's you, chosen one. You weren't made to force your voice through megaphones or argue your way into influence. No, your light is subtle but powerful, like the morning sun warming everything it touches. You were born to shine from the inside out, and folks can't help but feel it, even if they don't quite understand it at first. There's a glow about you. It's not just physical. Though yes, you carry beauty in your presence, but your beauty goes deeper. It's the kind that stops a room, Not because of what you wear, but because of what you carry. There's truth in your smile. There's healing in your voice. There's wisdom in your silence. You're the type of person who can walk into a space and shift the atmosphere without saying a word. Why? Because your soul is tuned to something higher. You've got one ear to heaven and one foot planted on earth. You know this life ain't just about the seen, it's about the unseen, the eternal. And you know what's amazing? Some of the most awake people in this world don't look like prophets. They don't shout scripture. They don't wear robes or live on mountaintops. Sometimes they're musicians. Sometimes they're makeup artists. Sometimes they're comedians, filmmakers, dancers, designers, even social media creators. You wouldn't guess it at first. But oh, they are awake. They take beauty and truth, wrap it up in rhythm and color, and serve it to the world in a way that feels like entertainment. But underneath it all, it's enlightenment. It's divine seeds planted in everyday soil. That's what makes their message stick. That's what makes it grow. You see, not everybody wants a sermon, but everybody needs the truth. And the chosen ones know how to deliver that truth like a seasoned cook stirs healing herbs into a pot of gumbo. Tasty, nourishing, comforting, and healing all at the same time. They infiltrate the mainstream without compromising their essence. They don't push people. They pull them in with authenticity. They don't argue truth. They live it. And in doing so, they become mirrors, helping others see who they were always meant to be. That's the beauty of this calling. You're not loud. You're luminous. You don't dominate. You radiate. And in a world full of noise, that kind of quiet power is like a river in the desert. You awaken people not by telling them what's wrong, but by reminding them of what's right, what's true, what's beautiful, what's eternal. You bring back the sacred through the everyday. You make the divine feel approachable. That's a holy assignment. And make no mistake, this is ministry. Just because it's wrapped in fashion, or film, or melody, doesn't make it less spiritual. This is how the new prophets move. This is how the modern messengers walk. They're sent into culture not to criticize it, but to transform it from the inside out. You are a bridge, a vessel, a living, breathing connection between the divine and the digital, between heaven and humanity. And you've been called for such a time as this. So don't you dare second-guess yourself. Don't you dare think your beauty is vain or your influence shallow. When you speak from the soul, when you create from the spirit, you become a lighthouse in the fog. You guide people home, to themselves, to truth, to God. Others may not understand your path, but that's okay. They're not meant to. You weren't made to be understood by the crowd. You were made to wake the crowd. So keep planting seeds in unexpected soil. Keep shining without shouting. Keep blending sacred wisdom with soulful expression. That's your gift. That's your way. And as you keep walking this path, graceful, bold, radiant, true, you'll realize that the very things you thought disqualified you are the exact tools God is using to change the world through you. You're not here to escape the world. You're here to enlighten it. You're not here to fight the system. You're here to elevate it. You're not here to tear down culture. You're here to recreate it. So sing your truth. Paint your vision. Dance your message. Let the light within you shine so clearly that others don't just see the truth. They feel it. And as they feel it, they begin to remember who they are too. You are the hidden flame, the gentle fire, the sacred artist of the soul. And every step you take in truth becomes a path for others to follow. Let your light so shine. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. Certain chosen ones find themselves at a fork in the road, unable to make a decision about which way to go. Despite the fact that they are aware of their individuality and higher purpose, they continue to be trapped in the matrix and are unsure of how to proceed. Even though they are aware of the lies that are spread by the media and the corruption that exists inside the system, these folks continue to experience a sense of disorientation. Individuals who are completely awake and have regular employment are also affected by this dilemma. They are aware of their realities, but are hesitant to live them. Confused, chosen ones have a difficult time incorporating profound consciousness into their day-to-day lives because they experience a disconnect between their essence and the world around them. The journey that they are on requires them to bridge the gap between enlightenment and pragmatism, moving from awareness to action and from knowledge to life. Not only is this transition essential for personal change, but it is also essential for altering the structural fabric of society as a whole. By mustering the bravery to embody their deepest, most profound truths, they have the ability to motivate others to seek authenticity and liberate themselves from illusions. In Alone, this chosen one takes great pleasure, engaging in activities such as meditation, hugging trees, establishing a connection with the elements, and completely submerging themselves in nature. Inhaling life-giving prana brings them immense joy. As a result of their appreciation for profound inner experiences, they occasionally turn off their phones for an entire day in order to get in touch with their feelings and gain control over them. They are happy to explore their feelings and place a high importance on time spent alone, as they prefer to be in their own company rather than following the crowd. It is common to find them in meditation stances, such as the lotus position, which exemplifies the tranquil intelligence that they possess. In spite of this, they are aware that they are never completely alone because the universe facilitates interactions at the appropriate times. This realization highlights the fact that even when one is alone, there is a global connection. These hermits show us how to explore the depths of our inner selves while yet maintaining a connection to the larger cosmic whole. They teach us the power of being alone without feeling lonely. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Exodus 15:3. Now let me paint you a picture. Imagine a lion, not behind bars in a cage, not pacing in circles at a zoo, but standing tall on a high rock, mane blowing in the wind, eyes locked on the horizon. The king of the wild. That lion don't flinch when the thunder rolls or when enemies circle. That lion don't need to roar to prove anything, but when it does, the whole savannah listens. That's you. That's the warrior queen. That's the warrior king. That's the chosen one who didn't come to play games. You didn't come here to bow. You came here to build, to fight, to free. This world will try to tame you, tell you to stay quiet, tell you to stay small. But heaven put fire in your bones. You've got that righteous defiance running through your veins. You've got divine strength that don't come from a gym. It comes from the throne room. You stand on the battlefield of illusion with your sword of truth and your shield of spirit. And you know what? You don't back down. You don't blink. When lies come marching, you stand taller. When fear tries to creep in, you raise your voice higher. You were born for such a time as this, not to flee the darkness, but to face it down and drag light right into the middle of it. And yes, it takes courage. But let me tell you something about courage. It doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you show up anyway. Courage is showing up to the fight when the world tells you to sit down. It's speaking truth when it would be safer to stay silent. It's walking into fire, knowing that you're not alone in the flames. God walks with you. You've been given this assignment because you can handle it. You were anointed for this mission. This ain't about ego, it's about empowerment. You remind people that they are not weak, that they are not victims of circumstance. You look them in the eyes. Through your words, your actions, your presence, and you say, "You are mighty. You are divine. You are free." And make no mistake, this world tries to silence voices like yours. But you weren't born to be silenced. You were born to sound the alarm. You were born to wake the sleeping giants, to shake the system, and to set people free from the chains they didn't even know they were wearing. You don't run from controversy. You walk through it like fire, knowing that truth always comes with resistance. You're not afraid of being misunderstood. You're afraid of not fulfilling your purpose. You're not worried about being liked. You're committed to being real. And because of that, you're a leader. You are a living invitation to others to rise up, speak out, and reclaim their sovereignty. Your life is a declaration that says, no more chains, no more silence, no more compromise. I am here, I am awake, I am free. You are not a follower, you are a forerunner. You blaze the trail through the fog. You walk headfirst into the storm, not because you want the fight, but because you know who you are. And warriors who know who they are, they don't flinch when the battle comes. They run toward it. And let me tell you something. This world needs your strength. It needs your fire. It needs your stubborn refusal to bow to lies. Because when people see you standing, they start to believe they can stand too. When you raise your voice, it gives others the courage to find theirs. When you fight for freedom, not just your own, but for others, you become more than a leader. You become a liberator. You remind the world that faith isn't passive, it's powerful. That love isn't weak, it's warfare. That peace isn't the absence of conflict, it's the presence of truth, standing strong in the middle of chaos. So keep showing up. Keep shining your light into dark corners. Keep refusing to sit down. Because every time you do, another soul wakes up. Another heart remembers. Another warrior rises. You are part of a movement of heaven happening right here on earth. And it doesn't look like a parade. It looks like purpose. It looks like strength. It looks like you, standing tall, unshaken, spirit-filled, and ready. Let the critics talk. Let the opposition rise. You were built for this. You've got divine armor that can't be pierced. You've got a calling that cannot be cancelled. Because your mission, it's not just to survive the war. It's to win it, to rise in love, to stand in truth, to lead the people home. You are the warrior of light, and your battle cry echoes in the souls of all who've been waiting to remember their power. Stand tall, beloved. The world is watching, and the kingdom is counting on you. The notion of eating to live is the means by which these individuals have committed themselves to making a difference in people's lives. A plant-based diet is only one component of this strategy. Rather, it encompasses a comprehensive lifestyle shift that encompasses sound nutrition, physical fitness, and general well-being. Healers contend that the manner in which we nourish our bodies can bring about significant shifts in our physical health, vitality, and spiritual well-being. Consider the possibility of beginning each day with the surge of vitality that is represented by a fresh bunch of grapes. Through their roles as fitness instructors or wellness gurus, they direct others toward lives that are full of vitality and balanced bodies. By incorporating food and exercise into their daily routines, they demonstrate that it is possible to achieve greater physical, mental, and spiritual health in a simple matter of days. Through the cultivation of all areas of well-being, healers convey the message that health is wealth and that a more fulfilling life is within the reach of every individual. This is your moment. Hit subscribe now and step into something greater. Don't miss out. Stand in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths where the good way is, and walk in it, and you will find rest for your souls. Jeremiah 6:16. Now picture this, a great oak tree. It don't grow fast, it don't chase the wind, but it's been standing longer than the storms it's seen. Its roots go deep, real deep, tapping into waters that young saplings don't even know exist. Its branches stretch wide, giving shade, giving shelter. That oak, that's the elder, that's the shaman, that's the sacred keeper of wisdom. You see, not all leaders shout, not all warriors carry swords. Some guide us with silence, with stillness, with the calm assurance of someone who's already walked the fire and come out shining. These revered souls, shamans, elders, wisdom keepers, they are the quiet fire, the living archives of heaven's secrets. They've been here longer than we realize, not just in this life, but in many. Their spirits are ancient, their eyes have seen beyond the veil, and their hearts carry compassion that runs as deep as the earth's core. From the misty Andes to the red soils of Africa, from the temples of India to the deserts of the Southwest, these sacred ones have walked paths most of us are just beginning to glimpse. And they're not here to impress, they're here to impart. They pour out truth, like an old storyteller pouring tea, slow, measured, rich with flavor, each word filled with healing. They don't crave platforms, they hold presence. And just by being in the same room, you feel yourself start to remember something your soul always knew. That's the power of the ancient ones. That's the gift of the shaman. They remind us that there is a way through this chaos, that the old paths are not outdated, they are divine, that the fires of truth must be tended carefully, not consumed carelessly. These guardians of the sacred don't just teach, they transmit. And through them, the light lives on. Each of these 9 categories of chosen ones is responsible for a certain heavenly task. Every one of us has a unique function to do, and we did not all come here with the intention of doing the same thing. Which of these do you feel the most connected to? Take the time to share your ideas and experiences, and let's continue to encourage and support one another on our respective spiritual paths. May you all find peace and blessings, and always keep in mind that you are never alone on this journey.